Hi Gauri, how are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, looking good today.
You look beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Okay, so should we start with the session?
yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, ma'am, please introduce to our viewers in brief about yourself.
Okay. So my name is Dr. Vishruti. So I have done my graduation in dentistry from one of the most reputed institutes, that is the Tamig Institute of Medical Sciences, and I'm practicing since last 9 years in the field of dentistry. I have also graduated myself in dance, the classical form of dance, that is Kathak. So I have done my training under my guru, that is Sheetal Lajke ma'am, and the name of institute is Shrishti Kathak Nritya Niketan. And I'm practicing since my childhood, along with my dentistry, which is my profession. I'm pursuing my passion as well, that is dancing. I have always upgraded myself, whether it is a personal life or it is a professional or it is a social life. I think we should keep going on upgrading ourselves. So I have done various fellowship in dentistry as well, and I want to pursue more of my career in dance also. So I'm thinking of doing my masters in few days, maybe in Kathak as well. Let's see.
Super, super. That is actually amazing that you
Yeah,
are uh, a dentist doing dancing and like managing it so well.
yeah.
Okay.
And
So,
of course,
moving
I'm
on to the
mothering a little one. He is now 2.5 years old.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So, moving on to the next question. So, when did you started dancing and what keeps you going ahead?
So I think I was in fourth standard, around 8 years, 7, 8 years old, when my mom said me, Vishruti, would you like to go to a classical dancing, classes? So I was very excited. I said, yes, Mama, I want to go because I like dancing. But I was not knowing about this dance form at that particular age, that what is Kathak dance. So I was very excited. So I went to the dance class when I was 8 years old, and that time I was very super excited. But after 1 week, you will not believe I was bored in class. And I said, mom, it's very boring. We have to do only one kind of hand movements. Every day, teacher tells me to do that same thing. I don't want to go. Then mom said, give some time, go. She literally pushed me. I was not at all interested in going there. But then she pushed me, and I'm really thankful for that. After 6 months, I started getting interest into the dance form. And then I realized, like, more you do riyas, more you do practice of this dance form, like classical dances, initially whenever children come for classes also, they feel it's very boring. But it's not. Once you get into it, because it takes time for you to understand the form. Then I started getting interest into it, and I enjoyed then going to the classes. And till now, that is the one thing I realized, that the more you practice, the more you go into the depth, more you start enjoying. And that is the one thing which keeps me going. And it gives me obviously the happiness, and from your work you get one relief when you dance.
Right, right. So it started very early and it's still going.
Yeah, it's still going.
So that's the consistency that everyone wants.
Yeah, I had breaks also. So I completed my final, like seventh exam of the Kathak. After my graduation, I did dentistry. So that after 5 years of break, I did my that graduation. So I think you should keep on going. You should never give up.
Yes. Well, coming to that question also, the
Okay.
breakthrough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So other than Kathak, do you perform any other dance form?
I perform other dance forms as well, but now I'm more into the classical dancing only. I do Bollywood dance form and the classical dance form. Earlier, I have trained myself in various other dance forms as well, but I've chosen Kathak to go forward with.
Okay. So why Kathak?
Because I enjoy that dance form, and there is always something new coming up in, whenever you are doing learning, still I feel that I have something to learn in that.
That's the depth of Kathak, you think?
Yeah.
So, according to you, what are the benefits of Kathak? Like for every dance form or for any work or hobby we do, there are some benefits. So, according to you, what about the Kathak?
So it will entirely change your personality. See, because there are three main things in Kathak, I will say. One is chakkars, second is your tatkar, that is footwork, and third is expression. So what is Kathak? So Kathak is basically expressing the stories through the form of dance. So when you are doing Kathak, so physically it will make you strong. Your muscles will become also strong. Why? Because when you are doing your footwork, it gives strength to your leg. So we have to do the footwork from slow pace to the high speed. Like we do tikda dik dik thei also, and we do tikda dik dik thei tikda dik dik thei. So there is it gives strength to your muscles. Secondly, I think whenever we do postures, so that postures it gives erectness to your body, which is required, and it will overall change your personality as well. And whenever it will come into you in day-to-day life also. So that is, I think, one of the benefits. Also, it will give you uh, how to be patient, like patience, because initially, as I told you, I was not interested, but eventually I got interest into it, because that is, I had some patience in it. Also, when we do lots of padant in that, so that will also increase your memory and all. There are lots of advantages, lots of benefits. And it gives you happiness also when you dance.
So in medical terms, there are so many health benefits and hormonal balances.
Yes, it's kind of a dancing yoga, you can say. Not exactly, but yes. So when you do chakkars, it helps you balancing your body as well, builds your stamina as well.
Okay, so you are an examiner for Kathak as well. So
yeah,
from being a student to examiner, how is the journey? Like हमने कुछ सीखा है और फिर उसके बाद हम वो वही चीज किसी और को सिखा रहे हैं. So there's huge difference in that. So what is that journey we want to listen from you?
Yeah. See, I was student after my BDS also. I was student. I gave my last exam after that. But once I became mother, that time after my maternity, I will say, there was a COVID, and all the clinics were shut. Initially, I was on a leave for 6 months. That was maternity leave, which every woman has to go through. And after that, there was COVID. And I was very depressed, because that time, after your maternity, lots of hormonal changes are there. You get depressed also sometimes. So I was thinking what I will do, because I was not doing any kind of work for 6 months. The only work was to be at home, to take care of child. So mentally there are lots of things happening once you become mother. So I thought, why not to teach dance to students? That can be one way I will be, more active. It will give me happiness also, and I'll be able to share my knowledge also, because once I'll start sharing my knowledge, I'll be gaining more of it. And that will be one thing which will keep me busy as well. So in the entire COVID times, I started, teaching to students as well online. So initially the students were from India, and then eventually, I got students from US also who started, learning Kathak. And then I started enjoying it. And as an examiner, I would like to thank my guru. She only, ऐसा होता है ना, गुरु अपने स्टूडेंट या शिष्य को देखना चाहे कि वो उस प्लेटफॉर्म पे आए. So she gave me that opportunity, and eventually I was examiner one in one of the exams of third and fourth year students. And that's how I started teaching and being examiner, and now I'm enjoying it.
Super,
It's now
super.
my part of my life.
Fantastic. I mean, when you teach someone, you get updated as well and you get refreshed as well. When there's so much of gap.
And lots of things, students also teaches us. Teaching, yeah. So from them also you learn lots of things.
Right. So teaching is basically a two-way thing. Even you learn something while teaching. So you are a mother to little one, right?
Yeah.
So mother is a big responsibility, and you are a dentist as well. You're a mother and you're a dancer. So how do you manage all this?
Good question. So, see, many a times you feel, yeah, I should give up. I'm very tired. Lots of things are happening. What to do? But I think you should have that determination that, yeah, to keep going. Because if you will stop, you will stop. That is the one thing, that a strong determination I have, that I have to do. Whatever it is, I have to do. Because if I'll stop, I know lots of things will again happen. And secondly, I think family support is very much there. So I'm blessed to have mother-in-law and father-in-law who takes care of my child when I'm not around. My husband is not there so they take care of my child. Also, my husband is very supportive. So having a good family is also important somewhere. And a strong, your determination that you have to keep going. If there is no time, you are very tired, still next day, rather than thinking let's take rest or something, just keep going.
For a mother, there is no rest. There's no holiday.
Rest. How my day starts and how it ends, I really don't know.
Right. Still you're managing. It's beautiful, and I hope so many people get something from this and keep their hobby going and keep their passion going on.
Yeah, if listening to this, if someone's this changes life, that will be very great thing for me.
Yes. So moving on to the next question, what are your hobbies other than dancing?
Other than dancing, I like to exploring new places and having foods, different kind of foods, and also spending time with my family. I like that.
Okay. So you are a dentist by profession. So what are the similarities do you find in the dance form you perform and the dentistry, your profession?
See, dancing and dentistry, they're an entirely different field. But I will say, like, when you start doing dancing or when you start doing Kathak, many of things, your nature changes. You have that patience, you become emotionally strong, physically strong, which, will reflect in your profession as well, somewhere. So, as being you are also a dentist, ergonomics is very important. Your posture is very important. So I think somewhere when you are dancing, you're physically fit. It will automatically get implemented in your profession as well.
So you have done many fellowships in dentistry, and at that time there may be some gap in your practice in your dance form. So what was the comeback about?
So there were many gaps, I would say, during my final year, during my maternity, when I was pregnant. So there were lots of gaps during, this all things because of education or maybe. So I think because Kathak is being one of the part of my life, I have never left it. Like I used to practice whenever I am free, or if I'm not getting time, then I used to do padan. Padan as in I used to paint hands, the bowl and all. Or if sometimes I feel I'm totally disconnected, I would call my guru and say, talk with her because she will inspire me. Or I will just request her, ma'am, can I come for one day to your class? Can I come for one day to your class? So that's how, I used to keep on going and, keeping in track always, because I wanted to. And during my maternity, there was 6 months break. And as I told you that I completed my final year of, graduation in Kathak after 5-6 years of my, when I left my practice. So that was a difficult time because I had to practice so much, because last 6 exams also I have to cover that, and then the last exam also. So I think you should always, I was not disconnected totally, because it had in me somewhere, that it was in me somewhere, because I used to do it. I used to do padan, I used to go to classes and all. But yes, regular practice, there were breaks, which I covered.
Because it's difficult when there are gaps, when there is break, it's difficult to come back.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
many people, like when there is break, and many people go like कि नहीं अभी नहीं करना है, अभी हो गया, अब कुछ नहीं करना है इसके आगे, और उसके ऊपर एफर्ट नहीं डाल सकते. That was not easy. It was always close to your heart.
Yeah.
So the last question for this session to you is a piece of advice for your budding buddy.
I would say with your profession, you should always have something something which will make you happy. Like for me, it is a dance. Maybe for someone else, it might be a cycling, or it might be sports. So you should, I think, because for doctors, the life of doctor is always with books around, or you're busy with patients. Very less family time you get, very less time for yourself you get being a doctor. So I think you should have something, you should take out time for yourself, and you should do something which will make you happy. If it is sports, whether it is cycling, whether it is dancing, or whether it is writing or reading, anything. Secondly, I will say particularly to the women that please never give up. Like you should never, you should be independent. No matter what, you have money, you should never rely on your husband or your family, however whatsoever the good are. But you should always keep going. There may be hurdles, there will be lots of hurdles in the life of women, there will be lots of breaks, there will be lots of society pressure as well. For the God's grace, I don't have to pass that hurdles of family and all. Some women, the family is not at all supportive. They'll say you're not taking care of child, you're always out. But you should always keep going. That is the only key. No matter what society says, no matter what family says, but being a woman, you should independent by yourself. That is the second advice I would like to give.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming for the show, and on this little very short period of time.
Thank you for inviting, Gauri. You are doing great, I think so. Lots of people, I have listened to your previous this GT talk show and all, and I really love enjoying watching them as well. Many people inspire also seeing your talk show.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you so much, ma'am, for watching all those previous shows. Also, please give your Insta handle for the viewers so they can enjoy your page as well.
Yeah, sure.
You can spell it. You can spell it right now. Your Insta ID.
My Insta ID is @Vishruti Manek.
Okay. Can you please spell the Vishruti word?
Yeah, it's VISHRUTI MANEK Manek.
Okay. She has an amazing page related to dentistry also, and related to Kathak dance form. So please do watch. Please follow her, and also follow GT Talks. Thank you so much, guys.